my favorite because it has so much herbs and, you know, fresh ingredients, which I love. Back home we would call it Larb. They would use like a fresh seaweed to make the soup, but since we're in this state, of course, we don't have access to that fresh seaweed, or at least I can find it. So we substitute the green leaf with, you know, the spinach. That kind of at least pretty close to what we could get back home. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, guys, I'm gonna start by making the soup, the broth that I will use for the dish. I got my lemongrass and lime leaf in there. Now the water amount depends on how much you're going to make your soup. I want to at least have good amount of soup base for my dish, so I'm making a little bit extra. I will use the chicken, this is part of the thigh, to flavor, to kind of give my soup a little bit flavor. I will add a fish toward the end when I, you know, when I get the broth just about right, so that, you know, because the fish doesn't take that long to cook. So I'm gonna wait on the fish. For now, I will cook the chicken and let it give me that rich flavor first before I add the fish. Let me show you guys the fish that I'm using. This is the tilapia fillet that I will cook, you know, with my soup for the dish. But for now, let's go ahead and cook the chicken down before I add the fish. All right. All right, guys, my chicken has been cooked for over 30 minutes now. I will start seasoning it. First, I will add the fish in there. Here's the tilapia fillet that I was telling you guys about. I'm just gonna use about 3 pieces of that. And my seasoning will be the chicken broth powder. Now I've been cooking the chicken in simmer for the past a little bit over 30 minutes. My water level has gone down quite a bit, as you can see. I'm gonna start with this amount for now. A little bit over close to 2 tablespoons of the chicken powder. Okay, and I will season mine next with badak, or the fermented fish sauce. I want to put a little bit more of this. I'm going to give it 2 big spoons. Now don't worry about the flavor. Once you cook your broth, when you start making the soup, you're gonna fix the flavor. So I wouldn't worry too much on making sure your soup here gets right flavor. We'll adjust it later on. Now I'm gonna let that cook for another 15 or 20 minutes in a simmer to get the fish cooked up, and after that I will turn the heat off and then prepare the other stuff. Alright guys, I am going to roast the chili, fresh chili, Charlotte and my garlic in the oven in boil, and I will show you guys what I will do with that. Alright guys, my broth is done. When I add the fish in, I cooked it for about 15 minutes. The fish is cooked, so I went ahead and turned the heat off, and I'm gonna let that cool down. Now all I'm gonna do with this one is I will use the fish and the broth to make the soup. I am not using the chicken. I will use the chicken for something else, but all I want is the broth and the fish. All right guys, let's go ahead and cook the mussels and the snell. Here it is. Now the snell is cooked already. So all I'm gonna do is just kind of like shock it in hot water. So it shouldn't take too long. You don't want to overcook it anyway because then it'll get really kind of like plasticky type of texture. I'm gonna cook the mussel first. I'm not gonna overcook it because I don't want it to be too cooked. Okay.
Oh.
Maybe 2 minutes will do. Okay, I think that's good enough for me. Cooking the snell. Okay, that's good enough for me. Turn the heat off and then remove it from the heat. The mussel and the snell is all ready to go. I will cut them in a bite size. For the snell, you want to make sure you kind of, clean it up pretty good. After I cooked them in the water, I had to rinse it really well in a cold water. Now with the mussels, I didn't do that. So with the snell, there's this little thing right here. It's like, I don't know what it's called, but it's a little like has a little kind of like sack right here. I don't know if that's the poop or what of the snell. So what you want to do is remove that right here. It's like tucked inside. And I like to take this part out too. I just like to, get the head part. So here, I'll show you what I mean again. It's tucked kind of inside here. Pinch it out. See? This stuff, I make sure I take that out and I take this part out. So I clean it out really good before I slice them. Let me go ahead and show you guys. I mean, you slice it however size you want, but this is what I will. This is good enough. See that? All of my ingredients will go in a mixing bowl, so I'll just put everything in there once I'm done slicing. As for the mussel, you do the same, just a good size. Because you're gonna make a soup, so whatever size work for you. Okay, just kind of do that. After I finish with the mussel and the snell, I'm gonna move to my fresh herbs. All right guys, let me go ahead and finish this part and I'll get back to you. All right guys, here's my snell and mussel all sliced up. Okay. Next, I will go ahead and work on the fresh vegetables. I got the eggplant, lemongrass, and long beans. These are the essential, of course, to make this dish. Now the amount depends on how much you want. I I like a lot of lemongrass in my spinach, so I got about 5 lemongrass stalk. Now, of course, you get the part that is soft, the young part. And galangal, I'm not gonna put too much of this because, I mean, if you do, it gets a little bit spicy. I probably will use half of it. So, okay, let's go ahead and get started. All you do is just slice it up. Make sure you slice it small, especially because it's hard to kind of chew if it's too big. Grass, I kind of like to, you know, cut it a little bit more smaller, just because it's hard to chew on. So I'll give it a little bit more of a chop. This small. See that? This is how small I like mine. You just repeat with the rest. I'll show you with the eggplant. Here, look at how old this one is. I don't like it like this. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can find one that's not too old. I guess this will be okay. It's not too bad. Just slice mine like this. Now I don't like too much eggplant in mine, so I won't be slicing too much. But here's the slice and just put them in there. Let me find a better one. I don't like that one. Okay, this is a little bit better. It's a little young. Right, you guys get the idea. Here's what it looks like. And as for the galangal, you just small. Okay. Alright guys, let me go ahead and finish this up. Guys, the spinach soup, all the mixed is done. I got my vegetables all sliced up, so this is good to go. Now, I put more of the long beans than any other vegetables or herbs. The one that I put the least was the galangal. My lemongrass also was a little bit more too. So here's what it looks like. Now you guys remember the fresh chilies and shallot and garlic that I roasted in the ovens? This is what it looks like after it's done. Now you probably wonder what I'm gonna do with this next. I will smash that along with the fish. Okay, but first let's go ahead and smash this up. All right. it is all smashed up. There it is. And all we're gonna do is add the fish in there and smash along with the roasted peppers. That way it has that nice roasted aroma when you add that in your spinach soup. And the fish gives that rich taste to your soup as well. Okay. All you're going to do is just smash that. You don't have to smash it too hard. Just kind of gently do it. All there is to that, and set that aside. Now we will go ahead and start blending the spinach and make the soup. All right guys, here's the spinach that I'm using. These are washed spinach, so they're good to go. I'm going to use 2 bags and see how that comes out. 2 bags of that. It's about what, 283 grams in here. So all I'm going to do is blend that. Dropping them everywhere. And then just put the broth that you made, the fish and chicken broth. You could just put the amounts enough so that it will blend nicely for you. Just blend them away. This is what it is. It's pretty much like a spinach smoothie kind of thing. Here it is. Put them in here and repeat until you have enough amount of soup that you want. I usually use 2 bags, so that's good enough for me. 2 bags is good. You want that nice rich green color. Repeat. Alright guys, I got all the spinach blend up, and here's what it looks like. Of course, I will add more of the broth. I just want to show you guys what it looks like before I do that. Let's go ahead and add the fish that we smashed with the garlic and onions and peppers right here. Okay. Put that in there. Mix that in. Okay. So this is the reason why I try to make extra more broth or the soup base so that I have enough if I need it. Hopefully it's enough. This is all I have left, so if not, then you could boil more water, Badeg water. Hopefully that will be enough for my soup. Okay, yeah, that's good enough. Because you don't want the soup to be too much. You want it at least enough to cover all your ingredients. I think this is good for me. Okay, just mix it really well. Let me see if I could get a close view of that for you guys. Here it is. Now all I have left to do is season it. Actually, you know what? It's a little bit kind of dense. I'm gonna add a little bit more of the broth. I don't have that much left, but it should be enough to give it a little bit more. Okay. Yeah, that's good right there. All right, let's go ahead and season. I will start with my MSG. I will put like maybe a tablespoon of that for now. Okay. Tablespoon of MSG, and then I will do the fish sauce. This is the brand that I'm using. Use big tablespoon. It's almost like a little bit over a tablespoon. I'm going to use 2 of that. Okay, we'll see how that goes. Taste it first. Mix that really well. Taste it. See where is the flavor though? Not there yet. I'll put more of this. MSG is good to go. I'll put more of the fish sauce. Give it a taste. It's still plain for me. You know what? Instead of keep adding the fish sauce, I'm gonna go and try a salt. That might kind of, you know, make it more flavor. All right, guys, I'm gonna add a little bit of salt to get the flavor. Adding a little bit, the fish sauce was just not doing it for me, so that's a little bit over a teaspoon that I just added. Now flavor is all up to you. Like I said, I never get my flavor right, so I have to play around with it and, you know, get it where I want it. A little bit better. It's really good. Once you start tasting it, it's just like addictive. You can. Let me add a little bit more. Okay, teaspoon goes in. One last taste, hopefully. Still plain for me. Still not there yet. I'm gonna add a little more fish sauce. This much. Let me give it one last taste. Okay, that's better. Alright guys, I will leave my flavor and I'm gonna finish it up with, let's see, actually let's go ahead and do a ground chili, the roasted chili that I ground. Not too much because might not be good for some that cannot eat spicy. Okay. Alright, and let me taste it first. I want to make sure I could taste some of the spiciness because I do like this to be spicy. I normally slice up fresh pepper in there, but today I'm going to go ahead and add just the dry chili. Oh, that's good enough. It's not too spicy. I guess we could always add whoever wants it spicy. And last, the rice powder that I made. Okay. I'm gonna put a big spoonful. See how that goes. Mix that. Ooh, bless you. Alright guys, this is all there is to it. It doesn't look that much for the rice powder. You know, I'm gonna add a little bit more. I just like that roasty look. You can see the rice flakes. And it smells so good. Alright. Here is Larb spinach all done. See that? It doesn't look appetizing, but once you get a taste of this, you cannot stop. It is very addictive, guys, so give it a try. This is one of my favorite. So let me know how you guys like it. All right, thank you. All right, guys, Larb spinach is all done.
I don't know why.
Here it is. It doesn't look appetizing, but once you taste this thing, you're gonna be hooked. So my son wanted to accompany his mom while she's tasting this.
It looks good, but
He said it smells good and it looks good, but he's not a spinach person, so he's afraid to try it.
So I'm not trying it. I can't.
Yeah. It's really good, buddy. I love all the herbs and the long bean, the crunchiness.
The long, yeah. Oh god.
It's really good. Just a little bit. A little bit.
No, I can't do it.
You won't try it. He's missing out.
Yes.
So good, guys.
Okay.
Try it out.
It doesn't look. If you like vegetables, you should make this always.